This week on Siskel and Ebert, terrorist Richard Gere tracks Bruce Willis, the assassin known as the Jackal.
Two swindlers turn an orphan girl into a lost princess in Anastasia.
And Bill Murray is clueless as a fake super spy in The Man Who Knew Too Little.
American dollars, all cash, of course. Half now, half upon completion. $70 million.
Bruce Willis is hired by the Russian mafia in The Jackal, one of 6 new movies we'll be reviewing this week on Siskel and Ebert. I'm Gene Siskel of the Chicago Tribune.
And I'm Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. The Jackal stars Bruce Willis as a legendary professional killer who was hired by the Russian mafia to assassinate the head of the FBI. He's a skilled technician who works alone, and up against him is the deputy FBI chief, played by Sidney Poitier. How to find the Jackal? Poitier believes a convicted IRA terrorist, played by Richard Gere, might know where to look for him.
I can identify him by his face, given the opportunity, more importantly by his methods.
Did you work with him? With him?
No way.
Do you have a problem with this man?
It's between him and me.
The Jackal hires a weapons maker to construct a remote-controlled mount for the high-powered automatic rifle he plans to use in his assassination plot.
Hey, I give up.
Well, I guess the automatic sighting works.
Yeah, thought I was about to sprawl.
Well, Lamont, we're gonna have to speed test it now.
Speed test.
So, run.
The Irishman bursts into an FBI meeting with a sudden insight. Maybe the head of the bureau isn't the Jackal's real target.
It always bothered me. Why did he keep coming? When he knew he could protect the director, especially once I got involved. But he didn't abort. Why? Didn't come together until I remembered what he said to Valentina. Tell Declan he can't protect his women.
In the showdown, the Jackal disguises himself as a cop to get close to a public ceremony in Washington.
Looking for a dark brown minivan and anything else that's out of its place.
The little minivan we found just red one here. I checked it out about 15 minutes ago. It's got a local parking permit, DC tags.
The Jackal is inspired by the screenplay of Fred Zinnemann's classic film Day of the Jackal, released in 1972. It's instructive to note the difference in style between these two periods of filmmaking. The earlier film was a character study, wonderfully well acted by Edward Fox. This one is more of an international thriller, complete with elaborate chase scenes. Both films tread dangerously by using real-life targets. The earlier film was based on an actual attempt on the life of Charles de Gaulle. This new Jackal considers a potential victim who is obviously supposed to be Hillary Clinton, and that made my heart sink. I don't see how actors like Willis and Gere can complain about paparazzi and tabloid journalism and then appear in a movie where the First Lady is fair game as a murder target. Thumbs down.
Well, Roger, I give it thumbs down for reasons that the target could have been you or me in the picture. I thought the picture really stunk, and I mean it that way. First of all, the picture it's being compared with made my top 10 list that year.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. We knew de Gaulle didn't die that way, and yet we were suspenseful. That was a great picture. This is totally empty. I mean, there's no character in the Bruce Willis character here. Nothing. You can't tell me anything about the.
You know,
We
that's
learned all
right,
the
because
details.
Edward Fox really was a person who was doing this,
and we
and
learned
Willis is more like just going through the motions.
And again, 25 years ago, we learned details of how passports are faked, documents are faked, how you operate a gun here. None of that. It's all the details are gone, and that's 25 years ago. Here, they were more excited at showing the gun, the big gun, and the big holes it can blow things up with than writing a screenplay. I think it's a very bad film.
I think you're right. I was disappointed in the film. I was disappointed in the payoff.
Okay.